Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's episode, we're going to be doing a Biscoff cheesecake, which is a really delicious kind of cheesecake that uses traditional cookies from my home country of Belgium. And the traditional cookies used to be called Speculoos. Now they are rebranded as BISCOFF, but to me, at least because I've been used to calling them Speculoos for so long, I'm going to keep on calling them Speculoos. But they are traditional cookies from my home country, and they're just so delicious. They remind me of my childhood. And on top of that, what I like about this type of cheesecake is the fact that it doesn't require any baking at all. You just mix in all the ingredients, put them in the fridge, and you are ready to eat this cheesecake. So now that we kind of know what this cheesecake is, well, let's look at the ingredients. The ingredients that are needed in order to make this cheesecake are 1 full bag of speculoos, 3/4 cup of melted butter, 16 Oz cream cheese, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 20 Oz of Speculoos Spread, 1 cup of cold heavy cream, and 4 tablespoons of icing sugar. Well, now that we know all the ingredients, I think that we can start making this beautiful and delicious cheesecake. What I like to do first is to do the base of the cheesecake, and in order to do the base of the cheesecake, we're gonna need, well, this kind of pan, which is really cool because it has a sort of lever that separates the pan. So because we aren't baking this cheesecake, we're going to be putting all of the ingredients in this pan, and then, as I said, refrigerating it in the fridge. And then once we're ready to, well, take out all of these ingredients because they've kind of become harder in the fridge, we can simply separate it and we have the cheesecake. So, well, let's start by doing this base of the cheesecake. In order to make the base of the cheesecake, take 1 full pack of BISCOFF Speculoos cookies. This should amount to 32 cookies. Take these cookies and put them in a blender. Since we are blending them without any kind of liquid, the blender may need a bit of a hand in order to blend correctly. What I like to do in order to blend the cookies better is to break the cookies slightly while putting them in the blender and blending them little by little. Using a spoon or fork once in a while can also help the blending process. Once the cookies are blended nicely, take some butter and cut 3/4 cup of butter. Once that is done, put the butter in the microwave and set it to 60 seconds. Once melted, mix the melted butter and the Biscoff cookie crumbs with a spoon. This mixing process should be pretty quick. Now that the melted butter and cookie crumbs are all nice and mixed in, we're ready to take our special cooking tray for this cheesecake, and we're gonna make the base of this cheesecake by simply pouring in all the ingredients and evening it out on the bottom of this pan, and that'll be our cookie base for this cheesecake. As mentioned, the base of the cheesecake is made out of Biscoff cookies and melted butter, so simply pour the mixture into the bowl and spread it out evenly by using a spoon. Since the cookies and butter are well mixed in, the dough is pretty sticky and makes for a perfect base. Once spread out evenly throughout the bottom of the baking tray, put it in the fridge for at least 15 minutes. This will allow the base of the cake to become nice and firm. As the base of the cake is cooling in the fridge, well, we're ready to do the second part of this recipe, and it's blending all of the ingredients in order to make the main part of the cheesecake. And it's super duper simple. You simply put in a bunch of ingredients in this bowl and blend them, and that'll be pretty much it. But knowing that, well, we're going to start with the first ingredient, which is some cream cheese. And it's really super duper simple to mix in this cream cheese and also to measure how much cream cheese we need, because we're going to use a full 16 Oz of cream cheese, which is exactly the size of this full container. So let's start with that. In a bowl, add 16 Oz of cream cheese followed by 20 Oz of Speculoos Spread. Both the cream cheese and Speculoos Spread are pretty sticky, so it might be a little bit of a challenge to empty the container into the bowl, but using an extra spoon or one's finger usually does the trick to minimize the mess. Once both these ingredients are in the bowl, add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and blend it with a blender. Since the ingredients are already pretty smooth, the blending process really doesn't take too long. Now that we've created the initial blend for the cheesecake, we can put this bowl on the side, and then we're going to take another container, and I've taken a container that has a bunch of measurements on it, and we're going to measure 1 full cup of whipping cream. And it is important to take the whipping cream straight out of the fridge because, well, the whipping cream doesn't actually blend properly if you don't take it kind of cold. If you try to blend hot whipping cream, it just doesn't work well. So it has to be refrigerated and taken straight from the fridge and then put into this container. So let's do that. In a measuring cup, pour 1 full cup of whipping cream. Once that is done, take some icing sugar and add 4 spoonfuls of icing sugar, then take a blender and simply blend the whipping cream and sugar straight from the measuring cup. This blend once again takes less than 30 seconds, and the whipping cream should grow and become nice and airy. Next, take the original bowl with the blended cream cheese and BISCOFF spread and add the blended whipping cream to it, then mix with a spoon one last time. This final blend is once again super quick and should be done by hand as it's super simple and we don't want the mixture to become too liquid. Guess what? We are actually pretty much done with this cheesecake. All we need to do is to pour these ingredients over the base of the cake that we created earlier on and we'll be pretty much done with the cheesecake. I did tell you guys that this is a pretty simple recipe, so yeah, let's go ahead and complete this cake. In order to complete the cheesecake, pour the mixture in the cake pan with the BISCOFF Speculoos crumbs as the base of the cake. Once the mixture is poured, spread it evenly throughout the cake pan so that we have an even layer of cream. Then take another half a container of BISCOFF spread and put it in the microwave for 30 seconds in order to melt it. Once melted, take the BISCOFF spread and pour it over the cheesecake mix and spread it evenly so that the BISCOFF spread fills the top layer of the cake. Well, this is pretty much it. We've created a cheesecake, but now comes the hardest part. We need to put this cake mixture in the fridge for at least 4 hours. Well, because if I were to separate it right now, it would probably fall apart because the ingredients are not hard enough, but by putting it in the fridge for a few hours, everything kind of hardens. It becomes the perfect sumptuous cheesecake. And yeah, because I can smell it, I can definitely tell you this is really hard to wait so long to be able to actually taste it, but we gotta make sacrifices sometimes. After leaving the cake in the fridge for 4 hours, take it out of the fridge and use a knife to go slowly around the cake pan in order to separate the sides of the cake from the metal pan. Once done, flip the latch and take out the side pan, revealing the cake. And that's pretty much it for the cheesecake recipe. Wow, look at this cheesecake. Didn't it come out beautiful with all of its different layers, with the bottom layer of BISCOFF cookies, the middle layer of cream cheese, and the top layer of BISCOFF spread? This is such a simple recipe, a simple cheesecake, and it doesn't even require any baking. It's super duper simple. Just put it in the fridge and you have a sumptuous cake. Well, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this recipe, and if you did enjoy it, please be sure to subscribe. Hit the like button, leave me a comment too, let me know if there's other recipes you'd like me to do, and let me know how your cheesecake came out. I'm always curious. With that being said, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.